You know, I wonder like what's causing this weird like the Democratic Party is having that same like weird like resistance moment that the Republican Party had with Trump, right? Like it's so obvious that Trump is their future, but they're like fighting it tooth and nail and they can't admit it. And then when they realize they couldn't win without the boy, then they finally kiss the ring. Mamdani does not have the same aggressive cult that Trump does. However, Mamdani does have unprecedented support since Obama. Okay, so the Democratic Party is currently in extreme denial about the fact that Zohran Mamdani is clearly, undeniably, the future of the Democratic Party. Now, Jake Tapper asked Hakeem Jeffries on CNN, do you think Zohran Mamdani is the future? And this dude, Hakeem Jeffries, after endorsing Mamdani, literally sits there and says no. The nameless, faceless bums in the Democratic Party that no one knows are the future. The nameless, faceless bums in the House that none of you know about or give a fuck about, that have no vision, no plan, no future, no messianic promise. Those people are the true future of the Democratic Party. You cannot make this shit up.
Mamdani, do you see Mamdani as the future of the Democratic Party?
No, I think the future of the Democratic Party is going to fall, as far as we're concerned, relative to the House Democratic Caucus and members who are doing a great work all across the country as it relates to our need to both take back control of the House, but in doing so, make sure that we're communicating to the American people like we understand you deserve better.
I'm sorry, but none of you have that kind of messaging power. See, the Democratic Party, I don't know what it is with these people. Are y'all still in denial? It's over. Trump won. America, the America that you know, it's done. It's over. Let go and stop prioritizing your wealth and your comfort and your prosperity over the nation. See, what you all want is this kind of weird, like, coexistence with Trump. You guys go inside of the fucking White House with Mike Johnson and Trump and and laugh and have your little jokes and and post pictures of it. See, we're making headway. You're not making headway. Shut the fuck up. Okay, at this point, Hakeem just needs to go. You're old, you're rich, you've got everything you asked for. Walk away, dude. Give up power. You're not wielding power in the way in which it should be wielded. You are incapable for this moment. This moment in American history is for people who are like gifted. And by gifted, I don't mean special like MAGA. I mean literally gifted, talented people, nature's chosen, people who just have a silver tongue, a sharp mind, a movement. It's not you. People like you, however, need to know how to play their fucking position. And the Democratic Party is still unwilling to do that. Zohran Mamdani's platform is your future. He himself probably is not the messianic figure of the left, but his platform, his movement is step one. And you idiots, I don't know like what's going on with y'all. I don't know if you think that you can maintain some kind of coexistence with Trump. I don't know if it's the AIPAC lobby that's pressing y'all because Zohran Mamdani isn't an Israel shill. I don't know what's going on with y'all, but realize and recognize it's over. This is the same denial that you saw with the Republican Party with Trump. Denial, denial, denial. The entire party is captivated by that fat ass, and you're still in denial. It's over. You've lost. He's won. It's his party now. You want to signal to the American people that you care and you listening and you think that they deserve better? I'm sorry. What are you offering? The American people must first hear you before they understand you. Zohran Mamdani is being heard. Kamala Harris, unfortunately, because she didn't have enough time, wasn't heard. She wasn't heard. She didn't have that movement. Here you have someone who's proposing an even stronger left-wing platform than Kamala Harris, and you're fucking it up again. You're fucking it up again. Y'all are idiots. You're stupid. America literally fumbled the easiest election in American history. Donald Trump is the most unqualified rat to ever shit in the White House. Kamala Harris should have been president. Kamala Harris had the platform. She had the policies. But Donald Trump's cult of personality, his mayhem, his chaos, his showmanship, it took the stage. I love Kamala Harris. Big fan. The reality is, She did not have enough time. She didn't resonate long enough with the voters. She didn't show enough personality to combat the true nature of Donald Trump, which is the fact that he is a force of nature, a messianic figure. He is someone who promises a greater tomorrow, even though those promises are lies. Can we promise something as a party that actually is going to make do on what it says? Zohran Mamdani needs your support more than ever. Let it go. The AIPAC era is over. We're trying to reach a compromise with our Republican colleagues. That era is over. It's America first or nothing. It's America first or nothing. The right wing sees the writing on the wall. They can clearly see the writing on the wall. They're pushing further and further and further for an America first policy. They're just too stupid to realize they're never getting it from Trump. The left has been promising America first policies. They never worded it as such, but it's always been the case. Now we have an opportunity to rally behind an individual with a movement, with real fans. Mamdani has actual fans, people who actually like him. You would fumble all of that because you don't want to give up power. You all think you can, let's all share, shut the fuck up. You need a big dog. You need somebody in the group who's the main guy. It ain't you. It ain't anybody else in there. It's not AOC. It's not Bernie. It's none of that. You need someone in the movement who's a figurehead. Mamdani might not be in federal Congress, but at the end of the day, this guy is the guy for now. Someone else will come along one day, such is the nature of nature, such is the nature of the world, such is the nature of humanity. Someone else will come along in the next 10 to 15 years. Until then, this is our guy. You want to signal to the American people you care? Align with the guy that they're putting their trust in. How can you sit there and say the Democratic Party is messaging the American people? No one listens to you or Schiff or any of these these establishment Democrats. These are what are you reaching old people? The right wing is in the minds of young men, and you idiots still can't see the clear gift handed to you. Mamdani comes along, you're still fumbling. Y'all are, what are you gonna do? Kicking? We have to drag you kicking and screaming to victory? Is that the message you're sending right now? The message you're sending right now is you have to convince us to support the real America First candidate. Who are you? Who's the conduit through which you're reaching the American people? Seriously, Mamdani has an energy and a base that even Bernie doesn't have. You can't say it's Bernie. Mamdani has more of a base and more energy behind him than AOC. You can't say it's AOC. It's Mamdani, Bernie, and AOC. Those are your three biggest stars that the American people are listening to. Outside of those three, who in the fuck in your party, these nameless, faceless Democrats that you claim are the future, who in the fuck amongst them is reaching the American people? Nobody. You can pass all the beautiful policy you want in the world. Reality is governed by perception. What people perceive things to be is what they will put their faith in. This is why Donald Trump continues to whoop your ass. Because although he's a horrible statesman, he's horrible at governing. He's killing Americans. He's starving people. He's deporting people. He's causing mayhem. He understands the importance of how he is perceived. How do people think I am to be? What do people see me as? How am I seen? What is the perception? You all don't understand basic fundamentals of politics. You've been behind Trump for a decade, and he's older than some of y'all by 3 decades. You're worse at literal social media than a geriatric boomer. You're worse at social media than a boomer. He's dancing with Aiden Ross, and you idiots are still lagging behind him. I bring it up all the time, but I'm bringing it up again. The Democrats didn't acknowledge alternative left-wing media until after they got their asses whooped. All of you need to be shown the fucking door. None of you are talented. None of you are gifted. This is not your realm. The era of gentlemen, nameless, faceless politicians who get in the way of the actual stars is done. This is an era of big dogs. This is an era of heroes. This is an era of champions. I'm not saying that to be cringe. We're an era of cheer. No, seriously. This is an era of champions in American political history. Names, faces, bases, popularity. This is the era we're stepping into. The era of nameless, faceless politicians doing their job and a president we all only really know because he's the president. That's done. That's over. Now is the era of people rallying behind someone who they really, really believe in. And until the Democratic Party realizes you've been given one of those people for free, we're fucked. The Democratic Party will fight any and all messianic figures until the day they die. They will be dragged kicking and screaming into reality. The right wing has embraced their messiah into insurrections, treachery, hoarding of federal documents. You name it, they've gone through all of it with him. Because they know they can't win without him. When are you gonna wake up? They're already woke. They realize the power they wield with Trump. Their mistake was over-investing in him after he committed insurrection. That was their mistake, but their lust and hunger for power took over their rational, which you would think would be rational minds. They were never rational to begin with. The Democratic Party needs to wake up. You can either embrace Mamdani, or you can be left behind by Mamdani. And whoever's coming after him to take control of the party and lead it into a golden age and lead America into a golden age. That's the reality of it. So, the Democrats are determined to hurt themselves. Say what you want about radical leftists who always show up to fuck it up, but the reality is centrist Democrats are just as toxic to the party. They've got to go. I'm sorry, they have got to go. They have no political instinct. They don't know how to reach people. They don't know how to be popular. They don't know how to be likable. They're dislikable old people who just need to go. Either you play your position or you leave. We need people like Hakeem. We need people who aren't well known, who aren't popular, who aren't stars. But we need those people to play their fucking position. You're not Mamdani, and 10 of you holding hands singing "We Shall Overcome" outside the fucking Capitol steps can't replace Mamdani. Ridiculous. You think you're Martin Luther King. Shut the fuck up. We shall over. Trump should drop kick all of y'all at the same time. We shall overcome. It's 2025. Pick up a fucking iPhone and yell curse words into the screen already. What are you fucking waiting for? This is our leadership, unfortunately.